the screen.
Oh, kinky.
Can't hear me, can you? Oh, there it goes.
Nope, now I can.
I didn't even do anything.
Let me put this in there. I have a feeling this will be a short one too.
Yeah, there wasn't much.
Oh no. Oh.
How loud is it? Can you hear my TV?
No.
Really? Usually this thing has like super duper gain.
Okay. All right. Is everyone ready? And more importantly, since I'm in my bedroom instead of right by the router, am I cutting out?
You're good.
All right. Hooray. All right.
Give me 1 minute.
All right. I'm going to turn off the light in the other room then.
Idiots who put in the light put it way too fucking low. So I have to turn it off because otherwise I'll be looking like directly into the light the whole time. So when I open the screen for the dock, it's super fucking bright.
What light?
What light through yonder window break?
Yeah.
What light are you talking about?
The Google Doc. It's very bright.
Oh, well, I see what you mean.
Put all that stuff in night mode. All the time. Everything should be night mode always.
Yeah, I have all the, like, the, what's the word? The window is all black and everything, but it's really weird with documents when their background is black.
Oh, I thought, well, so I have all my stuff set to night mode, and the background is still white in that. It's just that it's more muted and less blue light white.
Well, my laptop doesn't do that.
Oh, okay, yeah, no,
Or maybe it does. I just don't know where that setting is. I don't
know. I use a tablet for practically everything, so.
I'm getting there. I'm annoyed at having 6 different devices that all have bits of different jobs. Like, I just want one thing that does more.
Yeah. I've deliberately simplified so many things. Like, I'm just like, I don't want that. Like, I don't even like using apps to order food. Like, you know how Taco Bell has an app, McDonald's has an app, this has an app, that has an app. I don't care. Like, oh, you get exclusive deals. I don't care. I'm just not going to use it. I'm just going to go to the place and order the thing. And if I got to use your kiosk, fine, whatever, I will. But I'm not going to like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I stopped going to those places. Not for any hoity-toity reason, but like, my wife's vegetarian, so our kids are vegetarian, and like, none of these places have vegetarian food. So like, it's not a thing I ever go to with my family. And then near my work, I work in a downtown area, and there's just, the rent there is too damn high for these places. So there's just not fast food by my work. So I just like, don't really have an opportunity to eat fast food. And since I've like I like soft quit eating fast food, I don't crave it at all anymore. And just, I don't know. There's no snobby reason. It just fell away from my life.
Well, if you want the latest news, the stock price of Wendy's has gone down so low because of their terrible vulture capital mismanagement that it now costs more to buy a meal there than it does to buy one, sometimes even two shares of stock.
That
Yeah.
sounds like something that could be a meme pretty soon. Might start skyrocketing back up.
No, trust me. It's not going to be bouncing back up because these people, their pivot is to rebrand instead of, stop charging so goddamn much and put the quality back in. Because the problem, so Wendy's used to be fantastic. Like, it was the best fast food. It was premium fast food. But then Vulture Capital bought it because they thought, well, 4% return on investment isn't good enough. We need to cut the quality, but it's okay because people are definitely going to be willing to pay more for it because of the name. And so it sucks now. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking of things that suck, let's talk about this episode of Survivor, season 49, episode 3, The Lovable Losers. We're going to be welcome to Outwit, Outplay, Outcast, Survivor podcast on the Night of Living Geeks Network. I realize I said that in the wrong order, but it doesn't matter. And I should say off the top that this episode, it only sucked, in my opinion, because I realized this is the end of the preseason, and it's 4 weeks in before we're going to get the first real episode. Somebody read the introduction or the episode summary, and you will see how little I cared.
Hold on, I want to know. I need to call out that we were talking about Wendy's, and Brian and I both opened our mouths to say something else, and you were like, "Nope, this train's moving forward."
What were you going to say?
I don't even remember. I don't
mean to override everyone.
No, I have no memory. I loved the way that happened, and I'm gonna keep rolling with it. Let's fucking go.
It was a perfect segment.
Alex says he has no fear of being sent home, and his tribe has no food and even less energy. Jeremiah and Sophie with an I decide to take Alex out should it come to that. The episode description says we'll see an unprecedented medical situation, so I'm reasonably sure it won't come to that. Hina goes idol hunting and MC finds it, telling only Steven. Uli is feeling great, but Juwan and Sage know they're on the outs. That's when Jake is bitten by a snake for the first time in 49 seasons. So it looks like our unprecedented medical situation has affected the lovable losers. Jake is boated away and the show becomes a medical drama, but it looks like Jake's medically safe, but is pulled anyway because he hasn't eaten, hasn't had much water, and has almost no rest. A perfectly good player is going to be pulled from the game because of the death spiral, and Jeff milks it for drama. And because it never rains, it only ever pours, there's a challenge on top of everything else. There's a puzzle at the end, so naturally, Kelly loses again, because why not? Why wouldn't they? Jeremiah is voted out, and after 3 episodes, the season can actually start next week. And as a mid-episode postscript, we find out that Jake's a Leafs fan, so it suddenly all makes sense now. Oh, and Rizzo finds the beware advantage.
Yeah. The most like, okay, finding out that he was fine, that his kid is great, was fantastic. I really like that. I'm glad he's okay. And I really feel a lot of empathy for him because he is listed as being from Edmonton. It cannot be easy to be a Leafs fan in Edmonton.
Mm-hmm. I will say it did seem weird to me in the episode when they were like, he seems fine. It seems like it was a dry bite. Like, and he seems relatively with it. He's recalling everything that happened pretty accurately. We're going to pull him. It was a little weird. I do want to say though, on Jeff's podcast, they did note that they had no way at camp to fully verify whether or not he had gotten envenomed.
Oh yeah.
They had no way to tell, right? They were just like, I mean, their basic thing was like, okay, you're bit by a sea crate. Usually within 20 minutes, you can't breathe anymore. So the fact you're sitting here and breathing is a good sign, but they couldn't verify it. So they flew him to the nearest hospital, and the nearest hospital, nobody there had ever seen a sea crate bite before. So they didn't know how to check. So they ended up having to fly him to Australia to verify that he did not get venom. That's where they were actually able to do the blood test. And the other thing, as this was all happening, I was like, the other thing that didn't get brought up in the context of the show, because they were focusing on the medical stuff, is like, he had tons of IVs of hydration and liquid, and like, to throw him back into the situation, like, how do you balance the fairness of that with other players? Like, yes, the psychological thing, but also he's been getting, hydrated and had the IVs with saline drip and everything for like hours now. I don't know if there's a fair way to bring him back into the game after that.
No, I mean, to be clear, they did everything right in terms of taking him to the medical station and treating him, and I would say even pulling him from the game. The reason I was just like, well, this fucking sucks, is that none of that would have been necessary had he eaten one single thing.
Oh, you're
You know
saying
what I
like
mean? Like,
if he was on Hina, maybe he would have gotten put back in.
yeah, well, because like Jeff, the way he said it now, the information you gave sheds a little more light, and so maybe I'm not right when I say this, but Jeff said basically, well, you were through a lot emotionally, and your food and you're dehydrated and everything, and so we would normally put you back in, but we just can't keep you in. We can't guarantee your health and safety right now, so we're going to pull you. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
if you've created a system where one thing goes wrong, and also we've had 9 seasons now of this, and we talked about it last week, how most of them have had a death spiral, and Jeff has to defend it on his podcast. Like, no, it's good, actually. It's like, maybe just take the friggin' hint.
Yeah. I feel like at this point you got to take the L, and I don't know. I hope in 50 they feed them or at least give them fire, because you're not wrong. When they were talking, I think when he was talking to the doctor, I do recall him, or when he was talking to Jake, mentioning like no fire, no food, nothing, da da da. And it's like the other camps have fire, the other camps are eating, the other camps are going to be dry. Like, even if you had one of those 3, maybe you could talk about going back in if like, oh, they had rice. Or, oh, they at least had a pot. So if they managed to catch a thing, they could cook it properly. But like the fact that tribe had absolutely nothing, and you knew, and maybe in the back of Jeff's mind is like, and a pretty good chance they're going to tribal again. Like,
yeah. It's like, it's just, I'm tired of that. It is a failed experiment. Stop it. It was interesting the first time or two, and yeah, granted, that's how we got Jam Jam and
Carolyn.
the North Carolina lady whose name I forget.
I don't know North Carolina. I don't know Carolyn. It was Carolyn, Jam Jam, and Carson. And,
No, yeah.
Are you thinking
Carson
Marianne?
No. Because no. Jam Jam and Caroline and their other tribe mate were. No, I'm wrong. Banu or whatever was when. This is a completely different season. See, it all blends together. The point being, though, that it's like we've seen it often enough where a tribe loses one, and you could theoretically come back from one. But when you lose the second one, then you're basically just screwed. And it's like, I'm tired of seeing that.
Yeah. And I mean, Sophie With and I did point out, like, they're not just losing rewards. Like, they're going on journeys, and they're losing journeys. And they're losing, everything possible for them to lose, they have lost.
Yeah. And it's like, this season's going to shape up. Like, I'm looking forward to the next episode and the rest of the season because I'm a naive optimist, but also because, like, I feel like, at least with the editing in this episode, I didn't even mention that they showed you what was going on at Yuli and Hina when normally they would just show you the drama of who's going to be voted out or whatever after the immunity. But they showed you Uli and Hina were both saying to themselves essentially, all right, well, we're going to be smashing faces with that other tribe pretty soon, so we're going to gear up for war now. Let's go find our beware advantages and so on and so forth.
Yeah, they basically were like, we've all been looking. Let's just do it openly because we need to find it before this happens.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, cool. So in episode 4, what's going to happen essentially is it's going to be as if this season had started with 12 players on 2 tribes. 14, I realize, because there's still 2 players left, but it's just like, so it's
the same thing. That's what makes it frustrating. Is that it's the same thing. I am also optimistic, but I'm optimistic because, like, We've only met a third of the cast. Like,
Yeah.
I know a lot of their names, but I cannot tell you something unique and interesting about Christina.
She can braid hair.
I kind of
I
forgot
don't
who
even know
Steven...
which one Christina is.
Yeah, I kind of forgot who
Exactly.
Steven was until this episode.
Yeah, yeah.
When MC brought him in, and I was like, oh, cool, MC's number one is Steven. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I know now, and it's going to be useful information to have when I watch, next week. But it's just like, I thought MC was in like a 4-way thing with Matt and I don't even know who the other two are.
Matt, Steven, and
Jason?
yeah, I forget. Yeah, probably Jason. He's really good at puzzles.
Yeah, that's the main thing I know about Hina is that Jason's good at puzzles. Jason's dangerous, and they don't know it, or at least they're not going to expect it come the merge.
No, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna expect it. This guy has owned really well at all the puzzles so far.
Yeah.
Like he's done a very good job.
As in, like, at the merge, people target strong people because they're like, oh, Jake is going to win 4 immunities in a row, obviously, because he's buff. It's like, no, there are still puzzles after the merge.
Yeah.
And Jason can still smash some of that shit. Like, you still need to pay attention to the puzzles.
Yeah. I was interested by the puzzle. Go on.
I don't get how the Caleb people were so fucking bad at like, I understand, like, if it's like a, like a 3D kind of puzzle or something, or like some other kind of puzzle. How can you be that bad at a jigsaw puzzle? Just match up the fucking image.
Brain
I
fog.
understand some people are better at it, but how can you be that bad?
That's the thing. And I think you're right. They're not bad at it because they're bad at puzzles. They're bad at it because they haven't fucking eaten anything in 6 days. Like, I'm bad at puzzles if I haven't slept for like 20 hours.
Yeah, because figure it this way. Like, no, I mean, you're right, Brian. It's an easy puzzle. But if it's an easy puzzle for you, and you haven't slept for, eaten for 6 days, slept or whatever, now imagine how much easier it would be if you had. So, like, that's the thing. It wasn't that. It was like if we were running a 100-yard dash, 100-yard hurdles, that's what it's called, where you got to jump hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
They basically had an extra 10 hurdles in front of them. That's all it really is. It's like, it wasn't that it was...
They've been that bad at the puzzles since the first day, so...
I'm thinking back, because I remember something that I said in the first episode where Kella, I realized it's natural for us to want to call him Kele. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But I was listening to them in this episode, and every single person said Kella.
It's Kella like hella. It's hella.
Yeah,
Kella.
yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, we're from California. How could we have not noticed an opportunity for Kella? But no. In the first episode, remember they got they fell behind and were the last ones to start their puzzle, but they got really close to being finished with it on the beach. And then when they did the actual puzzle, they were in there, like for the immunity. They were in it. They just, didn't have enough time. And again, also Jason was very good at it. It wasn't until the second episode where the brain fog set in that they just were running out, where they're like, I don't even know. Like, you remember in the last episode, they didn't even get one piece together.
Yeah, I mean, we know they balance the tribes, right? Like, every tribe gets one guy who's pretty strong. Every tribe gets one guy or gal who's pretty strong. One guy or gal who's really good at puzzles. And there's a decent chance Nicole was Kella's puzzle person, except she got fucking voted out episode 1. Yeah. And then they were all too brain fogged or whatever the reason is. Like, then they lose the second one, and after you lose the second one, you're just fucked.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that was a mistake on their part.
Well, who do you think Sophie and Alex are taking to the final 3 with them?
Poor Jeremiah. Okay, I feel bad for Jeremiah.
Yeah. I don't want to be too mean or whatever, but I'm like, they had really better just take out Sophie with an I and Alex first. Because if they get dragged to the end and then they win, I'm going to just be like, Kenzie. That was the name of the person that I was trying to think of
Oh, okay.
earlier. Yeah, the North Carolina woman. Anyway,
The
sorry, that was
mermaid dragon.
sure. Yeah, probably. I don't remember. I just remember whatever. Anyway, but I mean, point being that if they get dragged to the end, I'm just going to be so annoyed. Like they're going to be like, ooh, they're gonna have all that jury sympathy with all the trouble. Like they got straight up pitied in this episode. When a tribe won,
Yeah.
they didn't even celebrate. They were just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I would have
that was
been.
about right.
I mean, like losing Jake sucks, but like at the end of like half of the other tribes like thing was like, oh man, it sucks they lost Jake and now they gotta go tribal, and the other half was like felt bad for beating them again, and like, man, as a competitor, that's got to be the worst fucking thing. Like I know this is not like actual sports competition or whatever, but like
Right.
me and a couple of my friends used to have a Madden NCAA. We would play NCAA together. We would all play our individual like teams. We were the managers of the teams, right? And we'd simulate the week. And every once in a while we would play each other. And I was far and away the best in this group because I had been playing Madden for a long time and I'm surprisingly good at football video games. And as I was beating this guy who is an athlete, I'd be like, oh man, I'm sorry. And he would get mad at me and be like, you don't say you're sorry. Don't pity me. Right? Like that is the worst feeling for a competitor, is to feel pity from your opponent. Like, no, you win because you're better. And that's okay. There's not a problem with that. You give me your best. I'll put up my best and the winner wins, and you don't pity the loser because we all did our best. Right? And that that pity feeling, that sucks. That's the worst fucking feeling you could give to somebody who's actually trying hard. It blows.
Yeah, it's a lot more insulting than beating them harder.
Yeah. Or just going like, yeah, like it's okay. You won. You can be proud of yourself. Like that doesn't, like, I don't know.
It's okay to be excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay. So somebody give me something to look forward to.
I'm interested to find out what happens with this Beware advantage after they merge. Because two of them don't have, like, they're not allowed to look for it until they go to tribal, but if they're going to merge...
Well, obviously they're not going to the Kelo Beach, so...
Yeah.
It'd be a problem.
Yeah. But I did notice they both said different locations. Yeah. One of them said by the boat, and one of them said by the water well. And I think Kella's was at Tree Mail. So I think production did give themselves an out. So maybe as they go to the challenge, they're like, all right, move one fucking idol to the, and then you just have both tribes digging shit up and running around with a ball and chain.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
I mean, they don't plant the dingus, you know what I mean? The next part of the challenge or the advantage, they don't plant it until they lose. So there's always going to be a boat, and there's always going to be. It must be tree mail because I remember Kella's was at the water well.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, one or the other.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing. So they'll put it at different locations, and then so that'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, man, just go ahead and merge them already. I mean, I know they're gonna do a swap one episode too late, but like I say, just merge at 14 this time. Call it a day.
I don't know. I one of the things in the new era that I do like is the quote unquote earn your buff thing at the merge, where half of them are exposed and half of them are not. I feel like that's a good, because it's not divided by tribes. It's a random draw between the two sides. And so you get a random selection of who's exposed and who's not. And it makes for more adaptable story, I feel like, and more interesting storylines sometimes that way. So I do like that. It kind of, and it's a good way of slowly bringing people into the merge. And like Uli and Hina have never been to tribal. They don't know.
Oh yeah, we don't even have torches yet.
Yeah, like to expose all of them 100%. Like some of them are just gonna fucking panic, and like, yeah, you need to lock it in for Survivor sometimes. But like, I don't want 4 hours of somebody losing their shit to like sink what could have been an otherwise good game.
Something I oh no, I lost. Oh no, okay, I remember now. Sorry, I had an idea. and then I lost it, and I caught it.
Okay.
That was the drama that just occurred. But no,
Cinema.
I felt bad for MC because she came up with this great idea of let's go in 2 groups of 3 so that it doesn't look like you and me, Steven being the person to whom she's addressing, it doesn't look like the 2 of us are working together. And then when she proposed that to the tribe, everyone said, "Oh, let's just pair off."
Yeah.
And she ended up with her allies, like the thing that she tried to avoid. It just ended up being the exact situation, and they're gonna know that she's got it. They won't know, but I mean, it's gonna be fairly obvious unless there's a major change when they swap up the tribes next week.
Yeah. Jason is the poor victim of the classic cut to like him talking about how it's so hard to find the idol, and then on screen it's him walking right past it if you just spent 2 more seconds looking. Like, oh, poor guy. Like, I know it's the same color as the trees. You're looking at 100,000 trees out there. Like, I don't like, there's no part of me that's like, idiot, why didn't you see it? Like, I get it, but it sucks to be the one who gets picked on in the edit.
Oh yeah. At least it wasn't like what's his name, Brandon, I think, during that season where they had to find money for the auction, and he just kept walking past them.
Yeah, that one was, I think, or was it Andy?
Andy, that was his name. Yeah, that's right.
Fuck yeah. Mastermind of Operation Italy.
That moron. All right.
Oh,
is there anything anybody else wants to say about this episode?
The man, the myth, the legend, RIZGOD finds the Beware advantage too.
Well, hey.
I still can't decide if I like him or not.
I think it's bullshit they pulled him. That's what I think.
Oh, that they pulled Jake?
Yeah. Like, okay, I get that, you can't chemically check to make sure there's no venom in it, but I looked up that snake. It's a very deadly snake. He's exhibiting absolutely no symptoms. He's fine. Like, and then the bullshit about like, oh, but it's about, your emotional state. I'm like, okay, that's because he was fucking afraid he might be about to fucking die. Okay?
Also,
now that he knows he's fine, that's going to go away immediately.
Also, Brian, he's on Survivor. They're all in a bad emotional state all the time.
Right?
That's the point of the game, is everybody's in constant paranoia and fear. Like,
the only reason why I agree with them pulling him is because, and I say it because it's a mistake of their own making. And as we said, it's that death spiral thing. Like, the physical toll of being bitten is something that under normal circumstances he could have gotten over pretty easily and he'd be back in the game. But he didn't. You know what I mean? Like, he's not been under normal circumstances. He's been starved, and it's like, oh yeah, we can't put you back in because of this mistake of our own design.
Yeah. I mean, the physical toll. I mean, like, he wasn't even sure that it actually bit him at first. Like,
that was pretty funny. Like, I don't know anything about snakes. And honestly, the only thing I know about crates is that they are dragons in Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And also sometimes you break one open and there's a piece of ham in there, and then you get some hit points back from it. But that's a different type of crate. But I didn't know from snakes. But the fact that he was just walking around and everything made me realize he's probably fine. And especially when they said 45 minutes ago he got bitten, what do we do, or whatever, when they got into that medical drama mode. Like, I was like, okay, he will be fine, because no matter how, like, if it was a bad snake, a bad little snake, then it wouldn't have been 20 minutes. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have been 45 minutes just kind of scared and confused or whatever. He would have felt actual, like, problems. I thought it was kind of neat. Like, I always thought that they had like a little safety handbook of what's safe and what isn't. I always thought there was something like that, but to get the confirmation and actually see it is kind of nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do like, I find myself liking Sophie after this, fucking creeping on them.
Yeah.
And then hearing them talk about loyalty, and then she's like, I've had a boyfriend for 4 years and I've never cheated on him, and I've had the
Yeah.
same nail technician for blah blah blah. I'm like, you all don't know if she has a boyfriend. You all don't know how often she gets her nails done. Like,
Wait a minute. That reminds me. That's what I was going to say about Sophie. I'm like, that seems kind of suspicious, the
Yeah.
way she said that. Normal
Well,
people don't say, I've been with someone for 4 years and I've never cheated on them. That's just assumed, you know? You
yeah.
usually don't have to say that.
Well,
And then
okay.
I'm like, she's been awfully touchy with Jake. So I'm like,
I understand and agree with what you're saying in normal circumstances, but she's not in normal circumstances. She's in desperation mode because she knows she's not in control of her own fate here. You know what I
yeah, I
mean?
know. And I
Like,
mean, the conversation's
yeah,
about loyalty and trying to play up the
yeah,
fact that she is loyal. But that's also, those are totally different contexts. Like, being loyal to your nail technician, like,
yeah,
that is not the same relationship as fucking Survivor.
yeah. She's grasping at straws. I get, but you're right.
But I love it.
That was funny because it's like, yeah, I mean it. I've been with the same guy for 4 years. It's like, oh, that's great. I've never cheated on him. Why did you add that part? It's like that Simpsons meme of like, what an oddly specific thing to say.
Anyway, I liked her creeping on them. I was like, this is okay. You're gaming. This is fine. This is fun.
She, she's interesting. I like her. Like I said, you know, I mean, I was suspicious because she's an entrepreneur and all that kind of stuff, and that always gets my hackles up. But she's entertaining to watch. Like, that's the thing. Also, is like all the players this season have been interesting to watch. I mean, Nicole and Annie to lesser degrees. Nicole was actually kind of neat. She was funny. Like, come on, she spit in that guy's face, in Jeremiah's face.
No, Jeremiah spit in her face.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
But she seemed game for it.
Yeah, and they were like, neither of them were mad. It wasn't a mean thing. It was just like, I need to get this out of my eyes. What do I do? And then spit. I'm like, that's funny. So
no,
all
that was
the players...
her spitting. You're crazy, Andy.
No, that was 100% him spitting.
No.
No,
She spit at him.
Really?
I remember.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet you $10,000.
No. I don't have $10,000.
Yeah, I was really hoping because I mean I don't have $10,000, but I would after this because I'm that sure of it. But I mean that's the thing. It's like she was interesting, and yeah, and so to see people lose because they're on a bad tribe, and then not even on a bad tribe, like they lost the first one and then they can't recover. That's what's frustrating. If it was actually a bad tribe, then it would be more interesting. But the fact is that they are good players for the most part. So yeah, like that's what it is. It's people getting voted out undeservedly through circumstances beyond their control. Like there shouldn't have been. I'm sorry, a lot of times, if somebody gets pulled medically, there's no immunity challenge. But considering what day it was and all that kind of stuff, they're like, all right, like what are we gonna do? And then on top of that, also, I feel like they realized this tribe is shot. Let's just do one more. We'll do a double elimination episode, and then we'll do a merge in the next one, or not a merge, a shake up in the next one. So yeah, I think they were just hitting the fast forward button.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone have anything else? Because yeah.
No, let's fast forward to fantasy.
All right.
We did have one bet resolve and two bets, not fizzle, but two bets for some people are out. So we have the not here to make friends Deadpool. I had Jake. I thought Jake was going to say something about not being here to make friends. Turns out he was here to make friends, but he's gone. So I am out of that bet. Brian, you had episode 3 as when Jeff was going to say drop your buffs. You were wrong, so you're out of that one. Sorry. I said 6.
Kind of.
And
They said it in the preview.
No, that doesn't count. Sorry. But you and Nick both had under for the over-under 1.5. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah. Under for the 1.5 Deadpool in the finale. Since our Deadpool is Annie, Rizgod, and Jeremiah. Wait, did I get that wrong? Yeah, so now that Annie and Jeremiah are both gone, it is impossible for me to win the over. So it's impossible for 2 or more people to be in the final episode, which is what the bet was. So I am out of that one, and you 2 win that one. So you 2 get those points for the over under 1.5 from our Deadpool being in the final episode. Oh my god, that was harder to explain than I thought. So Also, I am probably out of the How Long Till an Idle bet. I said episode 4. We'll see next week. They both need to find it, but could be. That's pending. And we are going to cancel the Jake's Daddy bet, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they
yeah.
can't notify
It-
him. He's home with
Well,
his
yeah.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
It was,
I thought the How Long Till Idle was like a Deadpool one because.
It is a Deadpool one. So if we get to
I
episode...
won it last time.
You did, and you got points for it.
So how is it a Deadpool if you can still?
It's not
win
a
it next
Deadpool. Sorry,
episode?
it's under the episode numbers part. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Fucking leave me
So we
alone.
need to
If you-
change the name of it. It's like How Long
no,
doesn't make
shut
any
up,
sense.
Shut
if
up,
multiple
shut up,
people
shut
can
up,
get it.
shut your beautiful mouth. If you want to see what the bets are, you can go to Oooshow.com, and on the left, the button says fantasy, and you can see the bets there your damn self, okay?
Andy, you're being a real Kello right now.
Okay, great. I came into the week in last place with points. I have Rizgod, Matt, and Alex. Rizgod and Matt only got me 1 point because all their tribes did was win immunity. Alex, however, got me 6 points because he survived tribal, played his idol, survived a vote, and said the episode title. So that's 6 points for me. That's 8 onto my 15, giving me 23. Brian, you came in the week in second place. You have Savannah, Sophie, and Sage. Savannah and Sage both only got you 1 point because they're both on Uli, who won tribal immunity. Sophie got you 3 points because she survived going to tribal council. This is the last time you get extra points for going to pre-merge tribal council. That does represent playing with fire because you want to have people who go to tribal, but obviously didn't want fucking that this week because that team fucking sucks. And you got the points from the bet, so that is 8 onto your 18, giving you 26. Nick, you came in the week in first place, and you have Steven, Jason, and Jake. Jake unfortunately got you 0 because he was evac'd, and Steven and Jason only got you 1 point each because they are on Hina, who won tribal immunity and did nothing else. 3 from your bet makes it 5 onto your 19, giving you 24. So Brian has passed you for the lead with 26. You have 24, and I'm in last with 23. And even though I'm in last, you've got to replace Jake. On the bench is Christina, MC, Sophie, Jawan, Nate, and Shannon. Notably, MC has a beware advantage if you're interested in that.
Man, I'll tell you what, I really regret dropping Alex.
Did you drop? No, you dropped Jeremiah. I drafted Alex.
Oh, that's right. Okay, now I
You
know.
did
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
that would have
I
sucked. You would have lost 2.
I would have lost 2 people this can. That's bad. Okay.
It's only 1 point swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that would have put me in last place.
Yeah.
That's true.
Without Andy. Okay, the smart money would be to take MC because she has the first half of the advantage. Oh boy, we got Sophie with an E, Shannon, Nate, Jawan, Christina, and MC. That's
a
slim
selection.
pickings. Yeah, I'm gonna take MC after all.
It's tricky because we don't know more about the dynamics of these tribes, so it's hard to say really like where Christina is, where Sophie with an E is.
Well, we also don't know what the tribes are going to look like in the next episode because they're dropping buffs. So we don't know if that means switch. We don't know if that means shake them up or merge or what. So
Yeah.
it could not matter at all. So that's why I don't mind having 3 people from Hina because who knows if they're all going to be Hina tomorrow? Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that concludes my comments on my team. I thought someone was going to say something.
No, because you're entirely right. I am making no changes. I've got Rizgod, Matt, and Alex, and they're all fine for the merge. I feel like Alex is going to be fine. Somebody's going to fight for him to be a vote because they're coming in 6v6, right? So Sophie and Alex are going to be safe for a little while, probably.
No.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting.
They're afraid to do anything to him now.
I forgot that Jeremiah is also Canadian. That means we lost both Canadians at the same time.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah. So
What are you even watching for now, Nick?
It's a sad day in Ottawa. They're gonna fly the maple leaf at half mast now.
Brian, you have Savannah, Sophie, and Sage. Any changes?
No, now that Sophie's safe, it'll be all right.
All right. Cool.
If I were you, I think I would drop Sage. She seems to be on the outs with her tribe, and I guess it doesn't matter. Who knows what's going to happen?
Those tribes are gonna go.
It's impossible to know if
it might be one of those ones where they switch up and like everybody's on the same tribe again.
Or it could be one of these things where like everybody's thinking it's gonna go 6v6, like for sure. We got to go get our ammunition because we're gonna do 6v6, and then Sage is like, "Fuck y'all," and switches sides or whatever. Who knows? Like we literally have no idea what's gonna happen because we do not know nearly enough about these tribes.
Well, we got. I mean, not to put some actual content at the end of the episode, but we got a good bit of Sage's psyche in this one. I guess I don't know what you want to call it. She's starting to get paranoid already because she realizes she's on the outs. Like she sees everyone else talking, and they're not talking to her.
Yep.
Yep.
And then maybe they merge, and she goes talking to MC and Steven. Who knows?
Maybe she hits it off because they're Libras or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry we won't get that analysis now without Jeremiah.
Oh, no, Jeremiah, you can't tell us the signs. Everywhere you look, signs, importance. All right, well, we will verify those signs' importance again next week and tell you what's going to happen. But for now, that's the end of this episode. Goodbye.